Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer and I use the Sidereal Zodiac to predict. Yes, some glitches keep happening when Mercury is retrograde, otherwise also. So pardon me for whatever happened. So let's start with the weeklies once again, all over again. So this is week 18 of the year 2023, and this is from the 1st to the 7th of May 2023 that I'll be discussing this in this video. And this is based on moon's ingress in the signs and how it is interacting with all the other planets. Very important, moon's ingress is. Moon actually impacts our mind, how we look at things, what is the perspective, how do we handle things mentally, emotionally. So moon is the most important one, and moon stays in a particular zone only for 2 quarter days, so it impacts us the most. It's the swiftest. So what exactly is happening this week? Many things. Yes, we do have Venus's ingress in the sign of Gemini. It was in Taurus, is its own zone. Now it's going to be with Mars, and is a very strong and powerful conjunction which is happening in the sky from the 2nd of May till the 30th of May. Now, you see, Mars and Venus have actually, a very important role to play, because since the last 2.5 years, their signs have been impacted by Rahu Ketu, or occupied, inhabited by Rahu and Ketu. Yes, Taurus and Scorpio earlier, and now it's Aries and Libra sign. So these planets, when are getting in that nexus where they're forming a connectivity, so definitely something big is going to happen. Something very important is coming our way, depending on your personal chart, of course. So when I talk about the transits, it's a general video. So to be specific, how the things are going to be, how everything, whatever is happening in the sky is going to be impacting you personally. So you have to seek help, or you have to seek guidance from an astrologer of your choice. So you can book a reading with me if you want to for the month of June. And you can drop an email at vlastrology24@gmail.com or vlastrology.com. You can go to my website and see how you can book the reading. So when I talk about the videos, which are, transit videos, from time to time, they really do impact in general to 50 to 60%, they do impact us all. So this Venus and Mars combination, which is happening in the sky, is a very crucial and an important transit. And something to do with the female counterparts is going to be getting impacted, the film industry, the glam industry. Because Venus and Mars is the fiery energy. That is why, the police, defense personnel, when we talk about all the fiery energies, people who are holding that kind of occupation, they do get involved in the female counterparts, or they get into that zone where they have to interact more with the females. So you have to be cautious about your speech. You have to be cautious and careful about the female counterparts around you. Just make sure that you are polite with them. Okay. Now, there is an eclipse which is happening in Vishakha Nakshatra also this week. Very important one. 5th, 6th. 6th, why? Because it's in the early morning, 6th May. And we do have Buddha Purnima. Buddha Purnima is the birth anniversary of Gautam Buddha. 5th, that is Purnima, is on the 5th. So if you have 4th, it starts midnight and then ends on the 5th midnight, Purnima. That is full moon. So you should adopt or refresh the teachings imparted by Gautam Buddha, so that, you get into that zone where you understand yourself, rejuvenate yourself, and reinvigorate yourself, with the teachings. Refresh them in your mind. As it is, Buddha is Vakri, right now. It's retrograde right now. So when you refresh all these teachings, you are actually strengthening your Mercury also. And your speech, your communication gets better with the passage of time. So this is a very good transit which is happening. It's a beautiful time for self-introspection. And we do have Jupiter's ingress from the Aries sign, which it ingressed on the 22nd of April. in the Ashwini Nakshatra, first pada, that was Aries, it was Virgotama. Now it is coming out of that. So the Kandanta issues that you have been facing, the transitions that you were facing, now you're going to be coming out of that zone also, because Jupiter is ingressing in the Taurus Navmansha, the second pada of Ashwini Nakshatra, which means that you're going to be getting a lot of strength now. The ones who have not been feeling the energies of Jupiter's ingress in Aries sign till now are now going to be experiencing this energy of Jupiter's ingress even more better. Okay, let the eclipses get over and settle, and then you will feel the energy is getting into the positive zone, because suddenly you can't expect this such a huge excuse me, such a huge planet, and giving the results. It's changing, from the Gandanta zone. It's also going to be taking some time. So let's hold in on this week, and we have to share our views on whatever we are learning with others. We should actually not confine ourselves by refraining ourselves by not imparting whatever we know. So it's better that we start sharing with people more and more, and be compassionate and understanding. All right. Excuse me. So let me share with you the Drik Panchang where the lunar eclipse is happening. Okay. And then I'll be sharing with you the moon's transit, how moon is transiting and interacting with planets also. And then I will be taking up the sign-wise predictions. All right. So you can just go and check out Drik Panchang, Cosmic Insights. These are good apps which you can, just pick up and check your whatever insights you want, and your ascendant also, if you want to know. All that you can check from these apps. So 5th of May, we do have a lunar eclipse, which is in the Vishakha Nakshatra. So it is going to be starting at 20:45, first thing on the 5th, and then it is going to be ending on the 6th of May, 1 a.m. That's the last contact. It says so. Okay, over here. So this is what you have to check. Okay, so this is going to be taking place in the in these countries. It's written here also. You can just see Africa, Asia. You can see Asia, Africa, Europe, Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean. All that is mentioned here. So you can simply just go and check it all out. I don't have to explain each and everything here. So this is why I've given you the app or the site you can go to, and simply just Google and get to know where all it is happening. I don't have to tell you each and everything. So this is what, and you see right now, when we talk about moon's ingress, what is moon's position in the sky? Moon is the swiftest, you see. Just for 2 quarter days, it stays in a particular zone. So that's the reason it impacts us the most. Okay, it impacts us mentally, emotionally, how you feel, how you perceive things. Every day is not the same, right? Every 6 hours you will see is also, like there are certain major changes that happen within the span of 6 hours. So it's because moon stays in a particular namansha for 6 hours, approximately, fine. And 54 hours it stays in a particular zone. So you can imagine that how this particular moon's ingress impacts us so beautifully. Everything is so meticulously designed. Okay. Moon is going to be in Virgo sign on the 2nd and the 3rd of May. It's going to be in trine for a day with Venus. Okay. Then it's going to be in Libra sign, where it is going to be in Rahu Ketu axis. So that is the reason we have a lunar eclipse. In Vishakha Nakshatra, 4th, 5th, 6th, first half, it's going to be in the Libra sign. Okay. So Libra sign is also afflicted from past 1 year, and it's going to be till November month, like that. Then we have Scorpio's ingress of moon on the 6th latter half, 7th and 8th evening. So this is aspected by Saturn here. Scorpio sign is aspected by Saturn, as you all know. So when we talk about the moon's position, that is something which, moon is going to be interacting with all the planets. So you have to also see your moon in the natal chart, where it is, how it is. Maybe, your Aries and moon is going to be in Scorpio, the Chandrashtama. So you feel a little uneasy and restless also, like that. But you also have to see your ascendant, your Dasha, what Dasha you are in. If at all you are in a particular Dasha of a huge planet that is like Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, then you have to go to the Antardasha. Okay, suppose you are in the Antardasha of Venus. In Saturn, you are in Antardasha of Venus, and Venus is posited in Capricorn sign in your birth chart. So make Capricorn your first house and see where the planets are ingressing. And that is how it will be impacting you personally. Okay. So you should always change as per the dasha moves, because everything doesn't remain the same, because Lagna and moon, they are fixed. You can set the tone, you can understand what is happening physically, mentally, all that. But what about the current state of affairs? That you see from the dasha. Okay. And then we do have to change the time zones in case, timings, because, your time zone must be different. My time zone is different. So you can that's why I make one time zone as my base, that is Delhi, India time. So just change the timings as per your zones, backwards, forwards, depending on your time zone you are putting up. Suppose you're in the US, so, PST or EDT, whatever, you are, whichever time zone. So just move backwards. If you are towards the Australian time, so you move forward, okay, the clock, or in Singapore or Tokyo, etc. So move forward, okay, the clock. Now, also understand that this particular week is like a laying of foundation now, because Jupiter is coming out of the Gandanta. The eclipse is happening in Vishakha Nakshatra, ruled by Jupiter. So this is the time when you will be having a lot of transitions in your life. Now you will be feeling the impact of the transit positions in the sky even more. So you can just simply decide about your goals. You can set your goals. You will be more focused on achieving those goals now. This is like, rising from the ashes like a phoenix and deciding, okay, now that I have experienced the negatives, now I'm going to be moving into the zone where I will be getting the results now. Now is the time you will be getting options. Okay, because Vishakha Nakshatra, whenever there are eclipses, whenever there are transitions like eclipses happening, so the impact is even more. So to start something, whenever there is there are eclipses, they are reminder calls, actually, how you have to learn from your mistakes from your past and then move further on. So this is a beautiful time. And in Vishakha Nakshatra, so this will give you multiple options to choose from. Be wise, okay? So don't just jump into it and make wrong decisions and wrong choices. It might just backfire later in the next eclipse, which is happening on the 28th of October. Okay, I've just made the video on Jupiter's ingress in Aries. Do watch that video. It's a very important one, elaborate one. It'll give you a lot of insights also as to how this year looks like and the upcoming year looks like. Because Jupiter should be seen most importantly when we are talking about the benefic planets and how the benefic and the good results are coming through. All right. So let's not waste more time and jump into the predictive. All right. And please, my team keeps pushing me and telling me, reminding me, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and do hit the like and the bell notification so that you can get the notifications whenever I'm uploading the videos. So I'm really happy and obliged and really humbled by the ones who are sending me such beautiful email messages, WhatsApp messages, and affection and love and, care and prayers. Thank you so much, everyone who have already subscribed and are with me from the beginning when I started doing the videos. Thank you so much. And in this journey, people have been just, coming in and joining in, and it's really a beautiful journey. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, so much. Okay. So let's start with the predictive with the Aries sign first. So I hope it is sharing. If it is not, then please let me know. I will share. Okay. So this is the 18th week, as you can see, and we do have we have many things happening actually this week because of the transit positions, such as lunar eclipse is there, Buddha Purnima is there. Then we do have Venus is ingress in the Gemini sign. So let me share with you, okay, for Aries first. So I will be mixing and clubbing everything, all the transit positions, how moon is going to be feeling and how is it going to be interacting with other planets also. So let me just take this little forward a day, because Venus will be ingressing here. Yeah, this is better. So now coming to Aries first. So moon is going to be in Virgo sign, then Libra, and then Scorpio. 6, 7, 8. Venus is in the trine for a day and then moves further on. All right. So for you people, Aries people, my dear Aries people, just calm down a bit, because there is lots going on suddenly. You feel there's a lot of energy. You're confused. So just take care of your health, because you're overloaded with work. You need to take it easy. Because you know what happens when you are in that zone of doing things, you don't realize that it is taking a toll on your health. Deep down, you need to take rest. You need to focus more on your health right now. Also, moon is also going to be interacting, with your seventh house, also sixth house, eighth house also. So you really need to slow down this week. Take some rest. Follow some diet plan, health regime, something to do with your relationship, maybe unwind, spend time with your partner. You might be getting all those chances also. Venus, being the ruler of your second and seventh, which is the Maraka one, is going to be with the Lagnesh. So you're going to be having a lot of conversations related to your finances, related to your relationships. Maybe you will be getting involved in the relationships now more. And there is a lunar eclipse also, which is going to be taking place in your seventh house, because it is in moon is going to be right opposite sun. When moon is right opposite sun, it is a full moon and it is a lunar eclipse. And when sun and moon are together in Rahu Ketu axis, it is a solar eclipse, because sun gets eclipsed. So now here, when moon is getting eclipse, that means your relationship is on the very some side. So you have to be extra cautious about your relationship. And in the trine to this, we have malefic planets also. Mars is there, Saturn is there, moon is going to be with Ketu this week, and there's an eclipse. So definitely not a good time to interact roughly, in a very rough manner or impulsively, with your older siblings, younger siblings. Also, maybe you are thinking of redoing your place, replanning your itinerary to travel. All that is definitely going to be on cards this week. And you should be taking care of your health. As I said, some obstacles will be there, some hurdles will be there, but at the end of the day, you will rise and shine. But as I said, there's a lot of greed, which is actually bringing you down. So you have to slow down, you have to calm down, rather than just taking up too many projects, taking up too many things in hand, and thinking that you can do it in one go, everything. It's not possible. So you have to relax, take it all easy. It's lunar eclipse time, so this means that things are now wrapping up, things are winding up, and new things are generating. Vishakha nakshatra actually is two branches. It's like two things, maybe multiple choices you will be getting. So this eclipse is and Vishakha becomes the Akrant nakshatra. As I always say, that you should not be taking the nakshatra where the eclipse is happening, like Ashwini nakshatra, Vishakha nakshatra. You should not be taking up for auspicious tasks. So you take it easy when you're doing the muhurta. Also, for me, muhurta is a very, very important subject, and I don't do the readings until unless it's a good muhurta, so that I can impart my guidance properly and the person is also receptive. That is the reason I don't do the readings every day. It's only when it is a good time for one and all. So just simply, I would request you to do Vishnu Sahasranam, hear Vishnu Sahasranam, or if at all, you can, there is no hard and fast rule. And if at all, you can just bathe in, turmeric water, add a little bit of turmeric in the water and take a bath at a shower. That is also a good thing to do. Take right kind of food, because your food habits have to be processed, and you have to take care of your food habits also. That's something which is going to help you this week at least. Okay, rest, everything is beautiful, perfect. Mercury is there in your first house, forming an exchange with the Lagnesh. So of course it is going to be giving you a lot of avenues opening for you, education, anything to do with your travels, all that is going to be opening up. It's better that you avoid travels till the time Mercury is retrograde. There can be some problems or the other here and there, maybe, back and forth, the itinerary will be. Just take it easy, I would say, and, just give it some more time, okay, if you can. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. So for Taurus natives, moon is going to be transiting through the 3 signs of Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio this week. And it is going to be in your 5th, 6th, and 7th houses. Your Lagnesh is going to be leaving the first house zone and will be transiting through your 2nd house, forming exchange with the conjunction with the 12th Lord and the 7th Lord. So for sure, there is a marriage on cards in case you're thinking of getting connected with the overseas people, or forming a connection with a partner overseas. Looking for a partner overseas is also quite possible. Moon is going to be in the 5th house to start with. So you might be getting into the zone of spending time with your fun activities with your children, or a romantic partner you're going to be getting connected to. Also, there can be that the workload is increasing by the middle of the week, and you have to just manage somehow how you can just do it. Take it easy, because it's the eclipses time, so you should take it easy. Whatever you're doing, don't start anything new. Some major changes you should not make. After the eclipses get over, you yourself will feel the energy, and you will get into that zone of changes any which ways. Moon is going to be in your 7th house also towards the end of the week. You will be very emotional. You will be getting involved with your family, your friends, or maybe the people you move around in, the circle you move around in, with your partner. Maybe, you will be getting connected very emotionally. Going out for dinner, etc., is also possible. There was earlier, 2 Panchamahaparusha yogas which were forming in the Kendra. Now only Saturn is there. Saturn is all alone by himself, but is a yoga karagraha for you. So this is definitely very positive for your changes that you're looking forward to as far as your workplace is concerned. This will give you some relief from the litigation or the court cases that you are entrapped in. Loans, etc., will get sorted. But there is a possibility of open enmity. People might be just trying to backstab you. So you have to be cautious about all those energies as well. Saturn is looking at your 7th house, where Moon will be ingressing by the end of the week. So you have to be cautious about your mood swings, or maybe your partner's mood swings. Maybe you're going to be getting involved in some heated argument, because from the 7th house, Mars is ingressing in the 2nd house, which is the 8th from there. So this can lead to some health issues to your partner. Some heated arguments, verbal confrontations can also take place. Overseas clientele, can bring in more money to you, and it's going to be a lot of expenditures also which can happen. So take care, control, and this is the time to self-introspect. What all mistakes you have committed, now is the time to understand and learn from them, and have a cordial relationship with your partner also. All right. It's a beautiful time to plan your journeys, onward journeys, and you can just develop those skills that you have been missing out on during this week. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. So for Gemini natives, moon is going to be transiting through your 4th, 5th, and 6th houses this week. So you will be getting involved in a lot of emotional bent of mind, childhood days. You will be homey. You want to spend more time at your home front. You just want to maybe figure out what exactly you should be doing, how you can plan everything well, meticulously, organize everything. Maybe organizing or decluttering your environment at home, is also possible. Take care of your mother's health, because from the 4th house, 8th house has a Rahu energy with Jupiter though, but you have to take care of your mother's health. Venus is going to be in your 1st house, conjunct Mars forming an exchange with Mercury retrograde. So there is a lot of energy in the Aries signs of yours, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You have malefic influences in this. So you might be becoming too much desirous now. You are having that lust to acquire more and more and more. So, and forming a strong connectivity with people, you have that desire to be in the limelight also. You might be just working through your speech, your looks, your, buying some jewelry, clothes, getting connected with the aesthetics. You have that inclination also when Venus is in the 1st house, and you have to tone down on your ego. There can be ego clashes with your partner also. Also forming a connection with the overseas people, or going overseas travels is also quite likely. Being the ruler of the 5th house in the Lagna, it could bring about some changes in your children's life also. Children might be leaving you and going overseas also. There is a possibility of a romantic association that you have, or a combination of that relationship that you have is also, you're just moving away from it, because that person you're with is going to overseas, or to it's a forced separation. It's not that you want to separate from your partner. It's just a forced separation that you're going to be going through. It's a good time to relax, actually, take things easy now. As far as your children, as far as your home front or your children is concerned, you should take it all very easy, and you should not just flow out of emotions so much that you forget to don't keep a check on your emotions. So don't get carried away in emotions. Be more practical also. If it is required, you have to be practical as well at times, correct? And it's a good time that you will get the opportunities which are the doors are opening, the horizons, it's opening for you to get connected with the outside world, and attain that kind of connection and fulfillment of desires also this week. So from this week onwards, I would say just lie low, because moon is going to be in your 5th house. So take care of the eclipses, let the eclipses get over, and then start the process of whatever you're thinking of doing something big, so, or related to your children or progeny. Just avoid the eclipses time, and then you can go ahead. So follow the teachings of Gautam Buddha. You will feel better. You will learn a lot about it, and follow a strict regime. You're just leaving aside the regime that you should be following now. You have to lose weight. You have to work out. You have to follow a strict diet, in case you are gaining weight. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, your Lagnesh, that is moon, is going to be transiting your 3rd, 4th, and 5th houses. Venus is going to be leaving your 11th house, will be transiting your 12th, and is going to be conjunct Mars till the 10th of May. And we do have an eclipse which is happening in your 4th axis. So many things are happening, and Jupiter finally is going to be in your Taurus, Navmansha also, not to forget. So what exactly all this means that you are going to be having a lot of energy towards forming a connection with others. You will be more communicative. You want to convey everything, whatever you're going through right now. You don't want to keep it to yourself. You want to share it all with others. If you have some knowledge, you want to share it. If you have some important presentation to share, you have made, so you have prepared for it, or you've been awake and you want to share it with others and want to get that kind of appreciation. So you will be getting all that during this week. There are certain days that you have to be a little extra careful. That is on the 4th, 5th, 6th, because you have an eclipse in your 4th house. So it might bring about some changes in the home front, or maybe, you are just moving away from your family or your home, you're traveling. So all that is going to be giving you some disturbance also. Mentally, you're feeling a little uneasy. Try avoiding travels during the eclipses time, especially, on the 5th and the 6th. Avoid. Okay. And you might be making certain changes. You're thinking of, you're getting a little restless, why the wall is, there's seepage in the wall, or why the tap is broken, or something, your plumber has to be called upon, or the mason has to be called upon. So some household jobs you will be doing, or something you will be getting done as well. Moon, lastly, will be in your 5th house, where, you will be forming a connection with your children. This is the house sign where moon debilitates. You might be getting very emotional about your children, they're going away from you, because 5th lord is in the 12th house. You're sending them off. So you're feeling a little heavy at heart. You're feeling that, things are not changing. Or maybe your partner is leaving you and going overseas. You're not getting connection. Forced separation is also possible. And some expenses on the aesthetics, designs, maybe, on your jewelry, you're spending more on your clothes. All that is on the especially 7th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So just try to hold on to your expenses, because you are going to be really growing in exponentially in expenditures. So cut down on that as well. Saturn is looking at your 10th house. Some changes, or somebody is conspiring against you at the place of work, which is giving you a lot of troubles and irritation also. Why this person is not doing the work I'm doing, his part also, or her part also. So I'm just overloaded with work, and the other person is enjoying. It's your pain. You have to go through it. If you have any choice, you can leave and go. But whatever said and done, there is office politics which is going on, and people are conspiring against you also. So don't fall prey or trap and leave in impulse the job that you are on. So just don't leave the job that you're doing right now. Just take it easy. Things are going to improve. And in case you are involved in some litigation, loans, or debts, some kind of competition, so this is going to be little problematic phase for you, till the time you have till the time Jupiter gains that strength. Of course, from friends you will get all the support, and people are going to be getting involved in the NGOs or some charitable institutes also. This is a good time to park your funds well. Okay. And you will get the desired results as well. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. So for Leo natives, this transit of moon is going to be in your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th houses this week. And it is going to be bringing about a lot of inclinations towards planning your budget, expenses. You're going to be thinking about growth now. You have all that working in your head. Now you're going to be implementing it, because this moon is going to be a part of the eclipse. So when the eclipses get over, you really get to get that clarity, because the illusion, the confusion actually subsides. It's fading gradually. So you're going to be coming out of that oblivion state, and you will be better off now. You're going to be improving gradually. So this is a beautiful week for you to understand yourself and the people around you, basically, who's who, what is happening around you, whether these people are worth the attention that you're giving them. So all that you're going to be thinking and working on. Some presentation on cards, maybe you're preparing for some some documentation work, you're at the place of work, some contractual thing you are going to be getting into. So all that is also on cards. And being the Venus's conjunction in your 11th house is definitely very positive for you, for growth prospects, for monetarily growth also, because Mars and Mercury are forming an exchange, being the ruler of your second and the 11th, the wealth giving lords. So Lord, that is Mercury, is also forming an exchange with Mars. So this brings about growth prospects in financials. Wealth giving planets are getting activated also for you. Some changes at the place of work also coming in very rapidly, very fast. You have been waiting for this opportunity, and now you're going to be getting that as well. It's just a matter of a month or two that you will be getting better and recovering from the losses that you have incurred in the past. Things are going to get better gradually. You might be feeling that now, like on the 6th, 7th, 8th, you want to just be at home, relax, get connected with your family members. You want to spend time with your friends, just remain in that isolation mode, and maybe doing something at the home front, redoing the place, or decluttering your environment. All that is going to be the highlight during the end of the week. And Saturn is any which way is looking at your Scorpio sign in the 4th house. So this brings about a lot of planning. You're going to be thinking about everything in a very meticulous manner. Now you want to be more, you can be lazy. Saturn makes you lazy. Maybe connection with your spouse or your partner is going to be getting very serious now. You're going to be very practically thinking about things now. Okay. Or maybe your partner is thinking very practically. Jupiter's ingress from the 8th house is definitely a positive thing which has happened. And the eclipse in your Vishakha Nakshatra will give you a lot many chances to improvise on yourself and think about the prospects that you can explore, the world that you have not touched till now, the waters that you have not explored. So now you're going to be exploring all that with Jupiter's ingress in your 9th house zone as well. So looking at the bigger picture, looking at the place where you can acquire more knowledge, higher learning, higher studies, all that is also quite possible. Okay. So this week you are getting into the zone where you will be learning more about yourself, about your friends, about your family, and you will be traveling also. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, this week moon is going to be transiting through your per second and third houses, which is definitely going to be a very positive thing to happen, because when moon is in the first house, you are very emotional, you're very much about what the others are thinking and feeling about you, and about your your looks, about your perspectives. So you are going to be actually working on yourself very, very much into details. You're detail oriented, you're going into the depth of everything and then deciding about what is to be done. And Mars and Venus, of course, they are in your Kendra, and there is an exchange of Mercury and Mars also. Venus till the time Mars is here till the 10th of May. So that's the next video or next weeklies. So Venus is going to be, after its own zone, going to be in the friendly zone of Gemini, which is again very positive. So you're going to be making some changes at the place of work also. You're thinking about growth, how you can improvise on your funds, your financials, how you can be improvising on your relationships. You're working on all those things because moon is going to be in your second house as well, and the third house. So there is a lot of energy in your 8th house zone. So you have to deal with this now. They deal with what? Deal with your health issues that you are having, anything to do with other people's money, ancestral property. All these you have to be cautious about, and your spouse's health. If you are in relationship, you will have some complications in your relationship also. At the same time, you're been given a chance to improvise on your relationship, build on them. So, but it is a very beautiful time for the place of work. Don't be lazy. There should not be a laid back attitude, which is quite likely with the Venus's ingress in the 10th house zone. So you might be having lots to do, multitasking, but you're at the same time becoming very lazy also. No, I don't want to do this. I will procrastination, because in the trine to it is Saturn also. So you have to be disciplined now. You have to get up in the morning. That's the best thing to do. Get up early in the morning. Brahma Muhurta, especially, if you get up and, do perform the rituals, sun salutation, or, maybe some kind of asanas, if you can perform, or argya to sun, water the sun god, that is really going to be helpful. It is going to be giving you that laziness zone that you are entrapped in to come out of it. Procrastination zone, you are entrapped in. You will come out of it. Relationship issues, if you are facing, off late, you will be feeling little better with that also. So this is definitely a very positive time for you. And this week, I would suggest that you should actually communicate with your neighbors, your friends. You should get involved in something which gives you maybe, enhances your communication skills, writing skills. Work on that and be the poetic you should write poetry also, quite possible. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. Oops, 1 second. Libra. So for Libra natives, this week, Moon is going to be transiting your 12th, 1st, and 2nd houses. So this means that you have to spend some lone time to understand, or get that clarity in yourself, within you, that what is it that you want to do now? What is it that will give you better results, growth in future? So you will be getting that chance to get connected with your own self, the hustle and bustle, you're away from that. You're just self-introspecting, that kind of a time that you're getting into this week. To start with, you will be thinking about growth prospects, monetarily growth, and how you can, maybe, you're just thinking about travels overseas, university, joining a university. So all that paperwork, etc., you're thinking of doing. But at the same time, you have to sit in one place, before the eclipses. Don't make any major decisions, I would suggest. If you have to, give it some time. Especially, when Moon leaves the zone of Libra, your 1st house, where the eclipse is happening. Just think about doing things after the 6th. You will get a lot of clarity, actually, as to, what is it that will give you that kind of growth in future. Or maybe you will be learning from your mistakes of the past. Okay, I did this, now I don't have to, because the cycle is coming to an end when Moon is in your 12th house. So now with this 1st house transit, it will give you that commotion also with the lunar eclipse you're heading to. So go to the the teachings of Gautam Buddha, whose of course birth anniversary we are going to be celebrating on the 5th. So you should actually follow the principles or the teachings or the guidance of the guru or of Gautam Buddha. You will actually upgrade yourself, your knowledge, because of that. So you will get a lot of clarity also. Venus is coming out of your 8th house, though it was its own zone, but it is going to be in a friendly zone here. There's an exchange between Mars and Mercury also. So this is definitely very positive for you for travel plans and for higher studies, planning your, everything very well, related to your children, maybe, or you yourself about the bigger picture, visiting a place which is a beautiful place, to look at. And maybe, you're going to be going to a community center, a gym, or a place where you are going to be learning something new. So meeting your guru, maybe, or female counterparts more, and interacting with the female counterparts is also very much important and possible. So this is going to be a very positive week and a very important week for you, because there is an eclipse which is going to be coming and going, and that's the end of it. Then you have the eclipse only in the sign of Aries in the month of October. So that's where you will be having the commotion coming to an end. But this is also the 2nd eclipse which is happening over your 1/7 axis. So lots going on. lot of anxiety, a lot of commotion that you have been going through, unwinding now. This is like, you want to unwind now, because you have been in that closure, in that shell. Now you will be shining, you will be sharing your own self, your own thoughts to others. So it's a beautiful time for the students, for the children especially, and for you yourself, if you are an adult. So this is definitely a good time for getting married also, if you are in that zone. Okay, good time to improve on your relationship. This will be a very important week for working on your relationship also. Your financials, maybe you will get somebody from overseas coming your way and offering you some good job or some business. So something is going to trigger for sure, because Jupiter is also coming out of your Gandanta zone and is going to be in the Taurus Navmansha, which is definitely very positive for wealth prospects for one and all. All right. So it's a very crucial and a very important week for you. Just enjoy, sit back, don't make hasty decisions. At least let the eclipses get over. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. So for Scorpio natives, this moon is going to be transiting through your 11th, 12th, and 1st houses this week, and it's going to be interacting with Saturn also. It's going to be interacting with all the planets in the Aries sign, that is Jupiter, Mercury, Sun, and Rahu. With Ketu especially, it's going to be a lunar eclipse, which is happening in your 12th house. So there is a possibility of some new prospects, new doors opening in the foreign lands. Maybe you're traveling overseas, because in the trine to Ketu, we have a Saturn and Mars also. So this means that there is a possibility of getting some new openings and looking at the bigger picture now, how you can have that kind of transition that you have been waiting for from a long time. And there is a proposal also which you will be getting this week for sure, after the eclipses get over. Okay, so maybe you have to change your outlook, how you have to change your perspective, because you can't have that that small way, or a conventional approach to solve the problems. Now you're going to be changing your outlook. Okay, and we have a Venus ingress in your 8th house from the 7th house. It's going to be transiting through your 8th, and it's with the Lagnesh after all. So this is not a good time for secret affairs, extramarital relationship. They might just come into the limelight. It might just trigger those even more, the physical relationship, because it's a very agile kind of combination, male female combination. It's the Ardhanarishwar kind of a combination also. So this is definitely going to be giving you a lot of seriousness and very in-depth kind of an approach to the events which are happening in your life. You will have a different way of solving problems also now. That is also going to open up with Venus and Mars in the 8th house. Okay, your communication might change. The way you communicate might change. People might just change their outlook towards you. It's about inheritance. Maybe you have been thinking of, you will acquire land, beautiful place, redoing your house and doing it in a very beautiful manner. That is also quite possible. And there is a possibility of travels. Take care of your health. I repeat always for Scorpio natives. Why? Because Rahu is in your 6th house. And Rahu in the 6th house, thankfully, we have a Jupiter's ingress there. So this is definitely a very positive thing which has happened, a saving grace. Don't get involved in any kind of litigations. Okay. For student natives, of course, there is change that is coming in, but don't get confused, because Rahu energy will confuse you. If you have to go in for some changes, work wise, or your subject wise, you have to join somewhere, but you're in two minds. You want to whether go in for education, higher studies, or you should take up a job. So the decision is all yours based on your personal chart, but you must be taking a pause and take the help and advice of the experts before joining or taking up a particular thing. Any particular decision that you're taking, you have to be very, very careful. It's a very sensitive time for you. All right. So make sure that you are seeking help from the experts and then making decisions and choices. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius natives, this moon is going to be ingressing in the sign of Virgo, that is 10th, 11th, and 12th houses this week. So this is going to be giving you a lot of inclination or emotional bent of mind at the place of work. Maybe you're leaving the place, or somebody is leaving from your place of work, and you're just parting, and you're parting ways, and you're feeling very emotional about that. Or maybe you've worked a lot, you've worked really hard to achieve the goals, and you have done something really good, but you have not got that kind of acknowledgement or accolades. You feel very uneasy because of that. You're not able to perform that great in your financials. You're not getting that kind of that kind of support from your people. So you feel quite lonely, detached, uneasy because of that as well. But at the same time, this will give you a lot of clarity about your friends, the friend circle, or the community you move around in. You will get a lot of clarity about who's who, whether you want to be in this relationship or not. You will get all of that, especially after the lunar eclipse is over, because it's in the Vishakha nakshatra after all. So that will give you choices and options now. You will get those options now, whether you should be in this or you want to be in this, or you want to be in this or that state. That's the clarity you will be getting into. You will be getting involved into that. Just lie low. Don't go overboard in expenses, because you might just be landing up wasting your money. So sit tight on your funds, on your money. Maybe your children are going overseas. You're going to be sending them off, so you need money. So you have to save some money also during this time. It's a very beautiful transit of Jupiter, which is happening in your trine. Trinal aspects are very positive, especially of the positive planets. So Venus is ingress in the Gemini sign, is actually taming down the negative energies of Saturn, Mars, and Ketu. So this will bring about, because of the female counterparts, females will be in the limelight. They'll be helpful, and they will tone down the negatives of, the relationships that you are entrapped in. So this is a very positive week for making decisions and choices related to your financials, travels, and job change also, in case you're looking for. For business planning, of course, this is a good transit. It's Venus is there, of course, being the 6th lord in the 7th house. It's very good for financial growth, for business growth as well, but not good for your relationships. Okay, Mars Venus combination in the 7th house is not good for relationships. So just talk it out, figure out what you want actually. How is it that you can just come to terms with each other, okay, rather than just parting ways, etc. Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. So for Capricorn natives, moon is going to be ingressing your 9th, 10th, and 11th houses this week. Sorry, Capricorn. So 9th, 10th, and 11th houses means that you're looking at a bigger picture now. You're very, very detail oriented. You want to be very organized, how you can improvise on yourself, what subjects you should be taking up, how you can upgrade yourself in your higher learning, how you can work through your financials, how can you work on your health, your diet plan. You're thinking about all those things during this time. Childbirth, also birthing of ideas, creative energies. You're thinking about all that as well. And you are going to be getting good support from the people at the place of work also this week. So this is a beautiful transit for you. And there is an eclipse happening in your 10th house zone. So once everything gets over, the eclipses get over, you will be getting a lot of clarity by the end of the day. You will feel that, wow, I got so many options now. I was running out of options. And suddenly you will see that there's a major change which is happening. After the eclipses, whenever Rahu and Ketu are in the Kendras, especially, for 1, 4, 7, 10 people right now, they're getting impacted the most actually, and once the eclipses get over, it's like a big hurdle, that sprint race. It's like you have crossed those sprints, the hurdles. And now you've reached, you're just a few yards away, a few meters away from the goal, the winning line. Okay, so just wait for this eclipse to get over before you decide or make decisions related to your work, related to home change, house change. All these you have to wait for the eclipses to get over. So the eclipses will get over on the 6th, and then later on, you will, within a span of 1 week, you will realize things are moving now. Suddenly you will get all the options that you have been waiting for. So it's a very beautiful time that you're heading to. Venus is ingress in the sign of Gemini is positive for you for sure, because it's a yoga karagraha after all. And in the 6th house with Mars, it is taming the energies of the eclipses. It's taming the energies of Ketu, Saturn, Mars. So this is again a very positive thing which is happening in your life. It is going to tame the energies related to your expenditures that you needed, that block, that plugging in of the expenses, which is just flowing out. The money is just flowing out like anything, no savings, depletion of savings. So now that is going to plug, that is going to stop, especially from the 2nd to the 30th of May, when this transit happens in the Gemini sign. Things are looking very good, very positive for you, especially for your children, for your workplace, for your travels, for your expenses part also. So this week you are going to be learning a lot. You're learning a lot, and you're growing also. It's not that you learn and then you grow. No, that's not possible every time. You learn something, you don't repeat that mistake. From the mistake, when you learn, you grow. Right? So this is a time when you're growing, you're understanding things better, the in-depth understanding of the issues you're going to be dealing with. Not a good time for getting involved in any kind of litigation, loans, no. Anything to do with your children, sending them off to overseas countries, student natives who are waiting for their results. This is a positive week for you for sure. All right. You'll be getting into that zone where you will be having that hustle and bustle, now after the eclipses are over. Now you'll be on your toes. Okay, I have to go. I have to do this. I have to file the, the papers, etc., etc. All that is going to be really, really going to keep you on toes. So be prepared for that. You're heading to a lot of hustle bustle now. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. So for Aquarius natives, this week, Moon is going to be transiting your 8th, 9th, and 10th houses. See, Chandra Ashtama, that is the 8th house ingress of Moon, brings about a lot of commotion actually to start with. 2nd and 3rd would be little, uneasiness that you will be going through, because Moon in the 8th house becomes very, very emotional, becomes very, very indecisive also, fickle. So you might just be thinking about, your health at one point in time, and then you'll be thinking about your financials the other time. So there is a lot of commotion. There is a lot of tug of war that you'll be going through in the beginning of the week. But by the end of it, by the end of the day, 3rd of May, you will get a lot of clarity, because you have learned, okay, this is not my cup of tea. Okay, you might be very emotionally involved or physically involved with your partner also during this time on the 2nd and the 3rd. You'll have a good relationship, physical relationship. Then you're heading to an eclipse also. 4th, 5th, 6th, first half, you're going to be having Moon in your 7th house. 9th house, 7th sign, 9th house. And in the trine, as you can see, there is a Mars, Ketu, Saturn. Now, Venus is there, a big time-saving grace that you're heading to, because for you, Venus is your yoga karagraha. Being the ruler of your 4th and the 9th, very, very positive. Any kind of change that you're looking for at the place of work, home front, you're thinking of travels, all that is going to trigger up now. But at the same time, things are not that bed of roses, as we say, it's not that easy, because you do have malefic influences in your trinal houses, in the dharma trikona, as we say. So this might just bring about a lot of responsibilities also, childbirth, travels, earnings, changing of job, future prospects definitely are changing. So you will be having a lot of commotion because of that as well. Then lastly, moon will be in your 10th house. So this brings about a lot of connections with the influential people. You will be getting very much attached to your work. Too much of workload is there. And of course, it is going to be giving you a lot of options also. And heavy work definitely is coming your way. You might not be having a good night's sleep also. So that's going to increase. A lot of work is going to be there. And at the same time, there is a possibility of you getting involved in a new project also, quite likely. New projects coming your way. And do not get carried away by whatever advice you're getting. It could be a very, misunderstood advice. The advice that has been imparted is not wrong, I'm saying. It could be that because Rahu is there, in the 3rd house. It's just that you might perceive it in a wrong way and then make decision based on that, and then everything falls apart. So just take a pause, try to understand or recheck with the experts that is this the thing that I have to do? Is this the way I have to do it? Just don't get carried away in impulse, because it's the impulsive sign where Rahu is, right? So you will make decisions, haphazardly, just making it, for the heck of it. And then you will just feel, why did I do this? So all that you have to be cautious about when you talk about making major decisions related to your financials, related to your travels, related to your communication with people, sending emails, all that you have to be careful about. Because Mercury is also retrograde, can you see? And Mercury is your 8th lord as well. So be careful about your communication with people. That can just, backfire or can be giving you some kind of troubles here and there. All right. So this is what the week looks like. Jupiter's ingress is not bad at all. It's going to be giving you future prospects. Do watch that video. You will get a lot of clarity on that as well. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. So for Pisces natives, moon is going to be transiting your 7th, 8th, and 9th houses this week. And this will bring about a lot of new opportunities coming your way, related to your business, related to your relationships. You are now thinking of financial growth very seriously. You're going to be getting a lot of options and offers also from the overseas. It could be that, you're going to be making some decisions very carefully because you have made some wrong decisions or wrong choices in the past. Now you've learned your lesson. After the eclipse, you will feel a little better also because, health-wise, you have been suffering. You have been having a lot of stomach-related issues, lower abdominal-related issues also from past so many days. Now you will get that relief after this eclipse gets over. So things are looking very positive for you. But to start with, you have to be a little cautious about your emotions. You have to work on yourself. You have to make right kind of decisions. What happens? It's very easy to say that make right decisions. We all know right decisions. We have to make right decisions. But what is it that you're making wrong? What is it that is going wrong? So get into the depth of it. Take the advice of or help of the people who are experts before jumping into anything, thinking that I'm the best, I can do it all. No, that approach is wrong. Gone are those days. There are experts, and we have to take help and advice of the experts before taking any major decisions. Okay. So that will help you. Any kind of purchase of vehicle, house, land, assets, you will be thinking of doing that. You are already having that on mind, but it could be that you're making wrong decisions. Maybe the place that you have selected is not correct. There is some dispute in that. So just get into the depth of it, because Mercury is also retrograde and there's an exchange between Mercury and Mars, not to forget that. So it can lead to losses in financials because of your assets. So take care. Assets as in like the property, the land, vehicle. You will buy a second-hand vehicle maybe, and then, it is not going to help you. It's not working properly. So you have to take it to the garage every now and then. So that's what you don't want, right? That's a bad trip that you're going to be on. So you don't want it. All right. So just be more practical. Take the help of the right kind of people. Spend some money. on the experts. Student natives are also going to be making some major decisions, and in competition, they're going to be successful. Saturn is looking at Sun. Sun is with Rahu and Jupiter. So there is a possibility of government job, government official connections with the influential people is also quite likely. Okay. So this is it for all the 12 ascendants, moon signs, or the Dasha Vise predictions. Do follow me on Instagram also, though I don't make many videos, or I don't post regularly the reels, but yes, sometimes, when I'm in a good mood or I have time, then I do try to make some videos over there as well. Follow me on Facebook. VL Astrology is my page. You can follow me there as well. And let's hope for the best and just stay calm. We are heading to a lunar eclipse, which is something which we have to really calm down. Whenever there are eclipses, we should just calm down rather than just, because we are on the crossroads. But at the same time, we are going to be heading to a clear picture. So it's good, isn't it? So have a great week ahead. Week number 18. It's a good week. The total is 9, which is ruled by Mars. So stay calm. Don't lose your temper. Okay.